Good day, great people, and welcome to my channel. I am so happy to have you all here. If you're here, if you've clicked this video, it's probably because you want to learn a little bit more about UGC. And you know I got you. This channel is something new that I'm doing, but I'm really excited to dive into what UGC is. I received a ton of messages, way more than I thought, about, yes, I want to learn more about UGC, or I want to start. I might have seen some buzz about it. I'm really interested in learning a little bit more. So I want to share everything that I've learned, what I've done, share tools and resources, learning about UGC and what it is. So let's get into it. So first, what is UGC? If you have ever scrolled through social media, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and you've seen an ad that looks organic and natural and real, it doesn't look perfectly curated, that's UGC. Or if you have posted on your stories or on your page about an amazing restaurant that you went to, or a great vacation, a great hotel that you stayed in, a great product that you use, and you've posted it to your page, you've done UGC and probably didn't even know it. So essentially, UGC, or user-generated content, is content that is created by a consumer for a brand. And so what we do as creators is we partner with brands. These are brands that we love and that we fully support. We create the content for them. They can use it on their social media pages. You get paid. So it does not matter how many followers you have on your personal page. While that's great, that is not the focus of user-generated content. These might be sponsored posts, they might be ads, or they might be posts that are just on that brand's personal page. So brands are now realizing that consumers want to see authenticity. They want to see what's real. Consumers like you and I are realizing that UGC is almost 10 times more believable than that perfectly curated content that we're used to seeing. And also, UGC converts. It works. It has been proven to work. When people see an ad that looks very real and natural, they're more than likely going to believe that because it sounds like a real review, which it should be. If you are a UGC creator, your goal is to create content that you would stand behind, you would back. It's not to just do it for the money. While the money can be fantastic and be great, there are people who have made $10,000 in their first month within UGC. Those who want to do this full time, you are able to create a really awesome income. And even if you want to do it part time and you want to earn an extra $1,000 to $5,000, maybe even $6,000 plus, doing this part-time, you can do that with UGC. So the key for brands who are looking to venture into user-generated content and partnering with UGC creators but don't know where to start, the key is to mix professional marketing coupled with UGC. Brands that have done that on a consistent basis have seen an upwards of 30% increase in their sales through having two different types of media, having professional marketing content as well as user-generated content. What brands are now starting to realize is that realness sells. That is what converts. When a user can see themselves in your product, using your product, enjoying your product. So essentially, you're not selling the product, you're selling the experience, the transformation, the change, what improved. That is what we should be focusing on. And that is what all great UGC creators focus on. Let's transition now to, where do I start? If I'm looking to become a user-generated content creator, where would I start? You're on the right track. If you're here, you're already doing the right thing. Number one thing is research. Look at YouTube videos, look at TikToks, look at other ads that you see. When you're scrolling, look at those ads. And don't just look at them to see how perfect they are, but look at the details. Look at how long the videos are. Research and look at what is their hook. That 2 to 3 seconds of the first video that draws you in is the most critical part of any video. So you want to make sure that they have a strong hook. Do your research, identify what's working, what's not working, how many likes or comments or shares or saves do these videos have. That can tell you those videos probably converted to be successful user-generated content. Another hidden gem that people probably don't think about that would be a really great, useful tool when starting out with UGC is Twitter. Now, I know Twitter seems like a platform where you just talk about how you feel, but the community, the user-generated content community around Twitter, second to none. It's fantastic. This community has helped me so much. So many other creators come here. You ask questions about where to start, how to build a portfolio. As you're building your portfolio, what do you want to include? How do you want to structure it? All those details I was able to get knowledge from through YouTube, but also primarily through Twitter. So one thing I did was I created a separate Twitter account from my normal account that is focused primarily on UGC. I have a tag that is UGC related. My specific tag is UGCJamm. I go by Jam, and UGC is what I'm here for. So I'm telling you right there in my title, this is what I'm about. I went on Twitter and I followed so many people. I followed new UGC creators. I followed older UGC creators who've been in the game for a few months or a few years so I could learn from them. In their bios, most of the time, they have who they are, what they stand for, an email address that is preferably directly to UGC, and then they also had their portfolio. I'm going to get a little bit more into portfolios at a later date because I want to give us baby steps here, but your portfolio is how brands are going to see you. So number one, do your research, follow the people who are successful, whether that's on YouTube or on Twitter. Those are your first steps that you definitely want to do. So after you've done your research and you're like, okay, I'm ready to get started, where do I begin? Number one thing you're going to do is create a portfolio. Most people will create a portfolio through Canva. You do not have to use Canva. It is a very seamless, it's pretty user-friendly once you start to get into the tool. And they have a lot of different templates for you to be able to use and build up your website. So when you go to Canva, you're gonna go in, you'll scroll down, make sure that you click on the website portion. You're essentially building out your website. This can be free. It is a free tool to use. However, buying Canva Pro and also buying your domain makes you look so much more professional. It will help you stand out amongst the other thousands of UGC creators that are out there. My recommendation would be spend the $18 or $12 or however much it is, buy your domain. You can use it as a tax write-off and it will immediately come back to reap benefits for you. Okay, so now you're probably thinking, okay, but Jam, how am I going to create a portfolio and I don't have any partnerships? I don't have any brands that are going to send me products. You have an entire home, hopefully, full of brands or items that you can use to create 6 seconds, 8 seconds, 15 seconds of content. Create a TikTok. Find a household facial cleaner that you can use, that you love and you stand behind. You've used this product so you know it. Use it. Record yourself using it. Post that on your TikTok. And then reach out to that brand and say, hey, I love your product. Thank you so much. I love your mission and what you stand behind. I'm a UGC creator. This is what I do. I create videos for brands and these videos convert. Let's collab. That is how you reach out to brands. It does take a lot of pitching and a lot of involvement, but in the beginning, I'm gonna challenge you to create 4 to 5 different videos in different niches. So let's say you love skincare. Let's say you love fashion. Let's say you love DIY or home decor, or you love pets, you love food and beverages, you love your family. Get those individuals involved, because when you get those people or the niche that you love, it's organic. That's when it's natural for you, and that is what brands want to see. They want to see the real, and your consumers want to see that as well. As you are creating your portfolio, there's a few things that you want to keep in mind. I reviewed a ton of portfolios as I've worked with some of my partners to bring on new UGC creators. And there's some things that I noticed that could hopefully help you out within your portfolio. Number one, make sure that your portfolio is clean. It looks visually appealing. It should go without stating, but I want to make sure that I state it anyways. Number two, make sure that your portfolio, you have your videos. Let's get to those. That's what people want to see. That's why they come to your portfolio, because they want to view your videos. So having a long, lengthy bio about you, where you came from, how you grew up, what you're interested in, while that is important, that's not the focus of why people are here. So start out, have your photo, a nice clean photo, have a brief introduction about yourself and what you do, and then let's get to those videos. If you can create 5 to 6 videos in different niches with items that are around your house, you're already 5 steps ahead of the next person. Get creative in your videos. Do your research. Let's say I love this heating pad. I've got this heating pad here, which is actually a partnership that I currently have, where it is for when it's that time of the month. It massages and it heats, and it is seriously a game changer. It's got 4 different settings and I love it. It's fantastic. But let's say you have this lying around your house. Create a video on it, a 15-second video with a strong hook that draws someone in. So if I'm looking for period hacks, or I'm looking for something that can help relieve any kind of pain, that's what I'm gonna search on TikTok. And you know what's gonna come up? My video. Another very helpful tool as you're looking to build out your portfolio is researching what is working well in the industry. And I'm gonna show you how to do that. So what you're gonna do is you can Google TikTok Creative Center. That is gonna show you all of the trends and the ads and everything that's working right now. What are the current trends? What are ads that are performing very well right now? What's the creative sounds that are working very well? All of those things you are gonna write down and look at, okay, what's performing well, what's doing well, and how can I recreate it, make it your own? Of course, you do not wanna copy anyone's creativity. Become your own creative and emulate that same exact process. Look on TikTok Creative Center, find what's working, what's performing well, and emulate it. 1, 2, 3. Simple as pie. So after you've done your research, you've looked at TikTok and Twitter and YouTube and Facebook, Instagram, you've looked at all of these social media sites, you've done your research, then you've gone to the TikTok Creative Center, you've researched what's performing well, what ads are doing really well, what sounds are doing really well, because believe it or not, those sounds will actually attract people to your videos just as much as any other thing. And what's interesting is that TikTok is always changing its algorithm. It's up to us as creators to make sure that we are staying up to date with what's new and what's performing and what's working well. After you've done your research with the TikTok Creative Center, you've gathered all the products around in your home, and you are ready to build out your content. What you're going to do is create those videos. My recommendation would be to start out creating 5 to 7 videos that you can post on your portfolio in different areas. So maybe you have a video with a voiceover. Maybe you have a video where you're talking to the camera. Perhaps you say 3 things that I use that I swear by. TikTok made me buy it. Things in my home that just make sense. There's so many different avenues, but those are very strong hooks that are performing really well now that you can use in your own videos. My recommendation would be to look at other UGC creators, view their portfolios, look at some of their videos. Do they have a voiceover? Do they have just words on the text? Do they use organic ads, which are ads that don't have any voiceover. They don't have any voices at all. It's probably paired to a song, and then they have words on the screen that work really well. Those videos also are performing very well right now. So look at what works and then tailor your videos to match that kind of success. No matter what, through your UGC journey, as you are building out your portfolio or you are creating a Twitter account, you're engaging with other UGC creators, make sure that you are staying true to who you are and your why. Why do you want to start this? Maybe write down 3 to 5 things of what do I want to gain? What do I want to give by becoming a UGC creator? And hold true to that. You don't want to lose yourself in either the money or the videos because it's very easy to do that. Make sure that what you're doing is true to you and who you are. Your portfolio should also be a reflection of you and who you are. Make it organic and make it you. This is an opportunity for brands to see you. So now you've created your portfolio, you're ready to go live. My recommendation would be to head on over to Twitter, create a UGC account that is specifically for UGC. On Twitter, I went and followed 200 plus people in one day. I literally followed people until Twitter told me, your ratio is off. You're following way too many people and you don't have enough followers. Something's a little sus. You gotta chill. So I had to wait until I got some followers to be able to follow more people. But I was just going in and following all UGC creators, those who I wanted to learn from. I was looking at their portfolios, learning about what they've done, what content they've had that works really well. Some creators also put their analytics to see how a video is performing. They'll put that in there, and it's really helpful for agencies or for brands that you're looking to partner with to see, okay, they've got success creating videos. They probably know what they're doing. However, if you're starting out, you do not have to have that analytics. It's not needed. It's a nice to have, not a need to have. One thing I learned as I went through and followed a lot of people, what helped my follower and following ratio kind of come to balance was me engaging with people. So I use Twitter to my advantage. I'm on there every single day and I make maybe 5 to 7 posts. I have one that is my strong hook that I just say, good morning, great people. I love it. It's me, it's who I am, and it seems to resonate well with people because a lot of people are like, good morning, Jam. They start to realize that this is who I am. The more engagement that you have on Twitter, that is a heavy place for brands to find you. Don't sleep on Twitter. In fact, some of the long-term partnerships that I've had with different agencies or with brands has come through just engaging on Twitter, using that community, learning from that community, and just growing. Looking at Twitter, first thing, engage with your community, search for collabs on there. Use Twitter to your advantage. The more active that you are, the more that brands will see you. So you might start to receive inbound partnership opportunities as well as your outbound efforts and work that you're putting out. And finally, follow me. I am UGCJamm with 2 M's at the end on Twitter, and I try to post things that are not only motivational, uplifting, but also helping a lot of new UGC creators along their journey. So if you want to follow me, I'm on there as well. I'll probably create an entirely separate video on Twitter etiquette, where we kind of walk through and I show you not only how I created my Twitter, but what are some of the things that I post, what are some of the things that other creators are posting that are working out really well, and we see them getting brand partnership inbound opportunities. So you've done your research, you've created your portfolio, you're starting to build out your videos and your photos, you've created your Twitter account, and now it's time to get to work. This is where the magic happens. Set a goal for yourself. What does that goal look like? and recognize that your goal and your journey might be different from someone else's. In fact, it's going to be. Nobody's journey is exactly like the other, and that's okay. Do not get discouraged if you see someone who's like, I made $10,000 in my first week of UGC, and you're like, okay, I haven't even received an inbound. It's okay. Your journey is going to be different. I just connected with a girl on Twitter today who said she had been doing UGC for 2 months. She hadn't received a single deal partnership opportunity. Literally 2 minutes later, she messaged me and says, girl, I just got my first inbound and I just signed my first contract. Manifested, manifested, manifested. I love it. This is what this community is all about, and engaging. And it was just so awesome to see her journey go from maybe I should quit, maybe I should give up, to be restored. Like, you know what? I can do this. Your journey is going to be different than anyone else's, and that's okay. All in all, that's what I have for you all today. We talked a little bit about what it is overall. How can you get started today? And then a week from now, you will start to see the benefits. If you take this one video alone and implement these steps, you can be very successful with UGC. If this was helpful for you, or if you learned something new, if you took something away, I'm gonna challenge you to take these and put them into practice. If you do that, subscribe and hit that follow button, because I've got so much more content that I want to share with you all, and I'm so excited to walk this journey with you. Let's get into it, y'all.